All right, I'm taking the buy. I'm taking the buy. So this was all accumulation. This was manipulation, and London close was the distribution, which is why I had said I wanted to see distribution during London close. Yo, what's good? It's your bro Lo, and I'm bringing you guys another saucy trading video. You know what I'm saying? I had to hit that little note real quick. Hey, what's good, y'all? Hope y'all having a good ass day. We gonna get right into mint and soul. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to do a little bit of analysis before, like, if I do take a trade today, you guys get to see, like, before I take the trade, what was I thinking? What am I seeing type shit? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with dollar. You already know we already start off with our friendly neighborhood dollar. You know what I'm saying? So looking at dollar, I am bearish. I am bearish dollar. Oh shit. Excuse me, man. Hold on, let me do this real quick. The only thing about dollar is that dollar, I feel like it needs to retrace a little bit more. It could just open high and then start continuing lower, come for these lows. This looks like a market maker sell model on a low, like maybe like an hourly time frame if you still look at this. So you got the original consolidation down here, boom, some type of market maker sell model happening right here. What I do want to see from dollar is, because you got that 10 o'clock news, I think it's retail sell, existing home sales type shit. So boom, since there's existing home sales, I really would like to see dollar maybe manipulate higher, maybe one more. It doesn't have to go above London high, which is London high is right here. It doesn't have to go above there, but I would like to see another form of manipulation somewhere inside of this range or higher, because you do have that 10 o'clock fair value gap, and the news is at 10 o'clock, right? So maybe that news will drive up here, or by 10 o'clock we could be up here and then maybe catch a sell from there, because I feel like this array, PD array, is very important because it's at a key time at 10 o'clock, and we'll have that 10 o'clock news. It does look like Euro USD is drawing towards that same fair value gap, just on the opposing side, because dollar is drawing higher, EU is drawing lower, right? So discount is from this low to this high. I'm thinking that maybe this is a good discount array for us to draw into. We are below right now the London low right now, so this is just a breaker of this initial move that ran out that Asia buy side liquidity. So I'm expecting price to potentially draw down into here. I think it's probable that it could draw into there, but I am bullish. I'm not willing to take this sell. It is a little bit further from midnight open price. I would like to see another form of manipulation, but I'm aiming for previous daily high. You know what I mean? So I'm bullish today. I'm not taking no sells. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to take any sells. That's just my deal. You know what I mean? Let me make sure my recording is good. Okay, it's good. But yeah, I'm not willing to take any sells, man. I just want to see if price can get down here and take my buy at 10 o'clock, right? If not, if price starts going higher and displacing higher above this London low and London breaker, maybe I'll use that breaker as an inversion to start attacking the London high and previous daily high, right? With ES, because I know y'all love indices. A lot of y'all love indices, right? We already took out on, wait, am I on ES or why does it say EU? Okay, so ES, right? Looking at the daily time frame, I'm bullish, right? I'm bullish, but at the same time, the daily's already expanded. In order for me to be comfortable with taking a buy, I do need some type of retracement. You do have the London lows in here, and then you do have this down close candle, which was at 8 o'clock p.m. So maybe price does draw into there at maybe 8 o'clock, offers that low, or 10 o'clock will be that run, right? But I am waiting for 9:30 open, maybe to catch some type of run. Not catch the run, but wait for the initial run lower. That's what I would like to see first, and then go higher. If it starts running higher first, then that's the sign for me to stay out. And if you look at NQ is a little bit weaker than ES, so if I am going to be buying, I would rather buy ES than buy NQ. NQ seems like it's the one that's lagging behind, right? We already kind of ran out. Actually, we didn't run out the midnight open price, I think. Yeah, we didn't run out midnight open 0-0. We didn't run out the London low. This isn't enough to me, in my opinion. I really don't know. This is what I'm waiting for. GU is a little bit more bullish than EU, like if you was to look at both of them, right? It's a little bit more bullish. We already ran above the Asia high, and we already took out Asia lows during London. So just a fill around midnight open price is probably possibly going to be a good fill for me to go higher. Maybe EU does draw down into here, and then it creates some SMT because we don't run out the London low, but I feel like and EU already ran out the London low. So once there's a change in the state delivery, then I'll be comfortable with buying GU maybe around midnight open price, just taking an entry just like this, just right at this fair value gap or right at this order block, these two consecutive down close candles. Boom, stop below the London low, and then we aim for maybe one standard deviation or a little bit higher, 1 to 2 type shit, you know what I mean? So I'll see what happens around that time. That's basically my analysis right now. NQ, I don't like the idea of buying NQ, but I don't also like the idea of selling NQ, even though this looks like it's engineering liquidity and all type of shit, and we run above Asia high. I feel like it could run to the previous daily low, but I am bullish because all we did was come into this daily FEG, right? And we could just potentially start going for the previous daily high and maybe this high. This is just like high hanging fruit. It doesn't have to get up there, but I am willing to see it drive towards the previous daily high. But yeah, that's it for me. So NQ bullish, ES bullish, previous daily highs. We already ran out of previous daily highs with ES, so that must mean it's very, very bullish, you know. But I'm just waiting for that Judah swing. GU bullish, waiting for more, maybe EU to drive into that 10 o'clock FEG or a change in state delivery with EU, and then I'll take GU, a GU buy. But yeah, that's it, man. We'll see what happens type shit. Alright, so this shit right here just hit the new week opening gap. Like, this is like a old ass new week opening gap, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, it hit a no week opening gap right here. You know what I'm saying? At 8:15. You know what I'm saying? Holding this FEG right here. And mind you, this isn't a bad sell, but we stick to the rules, we stick to the process, because that right there is what makes us profitable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it should be aiming for that 10 o'clock FEG, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and even though it took GU took out these relative equal lows, had a little displacement higher, this was not no buy to me. Why? Because time ain't lining up, and price is definitely not lining up, especially with my intermarket analysis. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's 2:30. I think if we do right, if we do start getting a change in state delivery, we start going above this up close candle right here, I'm buying. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's gonna be enough. GU is gonna be a solid buy, right? I feel like that'll be enough. You know what I mean? I don't know if dollar runs out the London high and EU doesn't, and I get a change. Wait, actually, I already ran out the London low. My dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if dollar runs out the London high and GU doesn't run out this London low, I feel like GU is gonna go to the moon, right? We're already generating engineering buy side liquidity. Like, look how relative equal this high is. You know what I'm saying? Not this high right here. I mean, it can run that high too. It's most definitely gonna run that high if it has to get above here. But that's relative equal highs right there. It could just wick that and continue lower. You never know. But I'm liking the order flow. I'm liking what price is doing right now. I'm loving it. Like I said, if we start getting a change in the state delivery above this up close candle now, so this is my ideal right here. If we start trading above this up close candle, I'm getting in. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna wait for 10 o'clock to maybe possibly run into there. It might not even want to run into there. But yeah, ES and NQ. NQ still dropping lower, still dropping them draws. You know what I'm saying? We most likely run into this low right here. I measured out 50% of Asia just to see where that shit is, right? It kind of looked like we tapped into it right there. ES, I didn't measure out the 50% because I'm only looking for that London low to be ran. These London lows, and I'll be interested. But yeah, it's looking good so far. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now that I'm looking at EU again, EU did drop lower. It did drop lower below 7 o'clock. I am thinking that this volume imbalance should hold price to send price to the previous 10 o'clock FEG. But when you look at GU's already inverted this FEG. Now, does that mean this is a solid buy? I don't think this is a solid buy for me yet, because I want to wait on EU to at least give me a change in state of delivery or something, right? And at least $2 to at least go through. If it goes through this FEG, expands through this FEG, I'll be a willing buyer of GU or a willing buyer of EU. Either one. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm waiting for. I'm not falling for this right here. I'm not gonna fall for it. If it does start sending price higher, hey, you know what I'm saying? I give it a hand clap, but it's the trade that I miss out on because I'm waiting for it time to align with price, right? So, yeah, we'll see. All right, so we finally ran down to that previous 10 o'clock FEG. Now, the question is, right, do we get a strong displacement through this down close candle and through this FEG? If that happens, then I will be buying off of this order block and off of this PD array to go higher, and at least create a top wick on this for current 4-hour candle. You feel me? So it's looking cool right now. I told you I was not falling for this dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? This can still go up from right here, but I'm just not falling for it. I think I might need another run below this 830 low, and then I'll make a decision on whether I want to buy G or not. But that's if EU starts getting some displacement above all of this right in here. So yeah. All right, so I was thinking about buying after we ran through this up close candle, but this is not enough displacement for me yet. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. If we create a down close candle and we go back through that down close candle, then I'll buy that down close candle after CSD back above that down close candle. But right now, nah, not entering this yet. This seems like a decent order block buy right here, right? Seems decent, but it seems like it's holding that up close candle to maybe still dig back into that 10 o'clock FEG, and then we still have that 10 o'clock news in like 40 minutes. So I'm staying back for right now until we start getting a down close candle to form, or maybe we expand above the consequent encroachment of this wick, right? Then I'll think about entering there, right? So 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, I'll make a decision to whether I enter or whether I not enter, right? So not gonna do an impulsive entry and shit. We just gonna chill, let it do what it's gonna do. Take into account that 10 o'clock can still come and run down below this low, right? This is the being patient part. You feel me? Like I could enter FOMO in and shit and try to buy right here, but it's just order flow is not telling me. You know, I have rules that tell me when to get in. It's not telling me to get in right now. You feel me? And this is the part that's really important with trading. You feel me? Is patience. And this is why I blew. I blew a lot of, even my recent one. This is why I blew the account, is because I wasn't being patient enough, and I was entering during a time, or I was entering a trade that I really was not comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't completely there. You know what I mean? And I didn't accept the outcome, so I ended up crashing out. You feel me? But this is the part that I'm really wanting to. I really want to train, because this is the most important part, is being patient. So patience pays. This is why I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for this entry. I'm thinking about buying GU right at midnight open price, because this is a lot way stronger than EU. And by the time EU does start having inversions and reversions and shit, and after it hits this previous 10 o'clock FEG, which I already did, but if it does want to come lower again, GU should be coming to midnight open price, right? So I'm gonna see what GU does as soon as it comes to that midnight open price. This is a good fill regardless. Like, if I was to get in here, this is a good discounted fill, right? I'm buying below at or below midnight open price, right? And I'm expecting it to expand above those relative equal highs, right? So I really like the idea of buying GU and just getting in at midnight open price. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. 30 more minutes until news too. Alright, I'm taking the buy. Because EU already ran down like almost one standard deviation. Right, almost ran down one standard deviation. I'm taking that buy, bruh. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But I'm entering at an efficient price. I'm entering at a discount, right? Discount from this low to high. London already ran out Asia low. I don't anticipate London to really keep running as low as I'm thinking. You feel me? And dollar already ran out that London high, so I'm thinking by the time EU starts giving a change of state delivery, dollar starts giving a change of state delivery, this shit's already gonna be almost up here. You know what I mean? So if it runs out the London low, shit, I just take that loss. You feel me? It is what it is. GU is a little bit stronger than EU, so if this shit's really gonna go higher, then it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go now. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that news can just send price higher, and this 345 to this 945 to 1015 macro, or 950 to 1010 macro can push price higher and start expanding towards those previous relative equal highs, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed the trade, enjoy the price action type shit. I'm gonna put some little music behind it type shit, you know what I'm saying? You know how I do type shit. So yeah.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box, I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where I was at back, where the stash at. Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac, cause I know these niggas out there where the bag at. Gotta move smarter, gotta move harder. Nigga try to give me 5 mile water, I lay his ass down on my son, on my daughter. I had the Draco with me, Dwayne Carter. Lot of niggas out here playing, ain't ballin'. I done put my whole arm in the rim, Vince Carter. And I know Poppy get a key for the quarter. Shawty barely seen the double C's, I bought her. Got a bitch that's looking like a Leah, she a model. I got the pink slip, my whip is keyless. Compton, I'm about to get the key to the city. Patty, light up the seat, forgetting out the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box, I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where I've been moving them out, and steal it with me, then he got the blues in the pouch. Took her to the forest, put the wood in her mouth. Bitch, don't wear no shoes in my house. The private I'm flying in, I never wanna fly again. I take my chances in traffic. She sucking on dick, no hands with it. I just made the rolling plane like a landing strip. I'm a 2020 president candidate. I done put 100 bands on Zimmerman shit. I been moving real gangster, so that's why she pick a crit. Shawty call me Crisco, cause I pop my shit. Got it out the mud, there's nothing you can tell me. Yeah, when I had a job, South Street wealthy. Yeah, I had the coupe at the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so, got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no, say slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at, where
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that trade, you feel me? Now I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of the post-trade breakdown, you feel me? A little bit of the how this was a low resistance liquidity run, how I spotted that this was gonna be a low resistance liquidity run, how I read order flow, you feel me? So I'm gonna break all of that down right now. So remember how EU, I wanted to see it come down to that 10 o'clock FEG, right? We came down into that 10 o'clock FEG. I'm already bullish Euro. I'm already bullish GU. I'm already bearish dollar, right? So it made it easy for me to get a bias and for me to, all I needed to do was get an efficient fill, right? So since EU already ran out that London low and it constantly was running lower, GU never ran out that London low. So what does that make GU? A little bit more stronger than EU, right? So as soon as price came down to this order block and that midnight open price, all I needed was a good fill, because like I said, by the time EU does give a change in state delivery and all of that, GU's already gonna, most likely with high probability, already gonna start moving, and it's gonna move a lot more, right? So with that being said, all I did was take one entry around midnight open price. So boom, midnight open price was right here. So there's the midnight open price 00 right there. That was my first entry as it was rejecting from there, right? And then as soon as it displaced higher, I knew that news was gonna start coming in, and we're coming into that 950 1010 macro that retail sells, right? So as soon as that macro started coming in, all you seen was price start expanding, right, through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consecutive down close candles. As soon as it traded above the wick or open, they say open, but as soon as it traded above the wick in the open, this was a CSD on this run here, right? You also have this up close candle that ran lower and took out liquidity, right? Soon as it ran above that up close candle, that became a breaker, right? So now this whole range is balanced, right? So as soon as price was coming back down to the top of this, that's when I was scaling in, because I didn't anticipate price to start running back down below towards these lows, because that's where the manipulation was, right? So this was all accumulation. This was manipulation, and London close was the distribution, which is why I had said I wanted to see distribution during London close, right? So this was the distribution which I was anticipating. So that's why I started scaling in right here, right? Scaled in here, and then I scaled in one more time as it ran lower. As it ran lower, it ran into this FEG as well as mean threshold of the breaker, which is the middle of a breaker of a up close candle before the move down, right? So I was just watching how the bodies was respecting right inside of here, and I liked how the bodies respected this. Also, I was anticipating this to stay open, and also this as a breakaway gap, which is why my stop was down here, because I definitely didn't expect price to trade all the way back to here, or it was just gonna be a high resistance liquidity run higher, and it was gonna be more likely low probable, right? So as soon as price started running down into that, respecting that, it filled this in, gave this a bottom wick, held consequent encroachment, mean threshold of this breaker, and then also tap into the CSD, which is a order block, right? So this is a order block. If you go to the 15-minute time frame, that's a 15-minute down close candle right there. I didn't even need to go to that time frame just to see that. And then also this last up close candle is a breaker, right? That's a breaker. So it came down into that around 10 20 10 30, right? And then 10:30 started running again, right? Coming into what, the 10:50 to 11:10 macro, right? So as soon as that happened, I was anticipating it to start running during that macro, which is why I texted that out, right? I was anticipating that. It also came down at IOFED, right? Institutional order flow entry drill. I put question mark because you really don't know if it's going to do it or not, but I was anticipating it to happen. It came down, came into this FEG. Also, why was this a most likely more probable to be a high institutional order flow entry drill? Well, we're in a low resistance liquidity run, so that means that this is more, FEGs are going to stay open. If I'm seeing FEG stay open, this is more likely going to be institutional order flow entry drill, and it's going to leave this open more likely because we're in a low resistance liquidity run and we expanded through this FEG. So sell side was offered here, and then buy side off rip, like the top of this candle was here, right, of this FEG. That was the creation of the FEG, right? And this candle traded to the top of it, and then you had one candle just expand through just like that. You feel me? So I was anticipating this range to be balanced. So what if this range is balanced? What should happen? Mean threshold, consequent encroachment should hold. So that's why consequent encroachment held. the body of the candle held right there, right during the 1050 macro, and all you see was it move higher just like that. So that's a low resistance liquidity run characteristic right there. So as soon as that happened, it gave one more institutional order flow entry drill, which is order pairing, because if we are to believe that smart money takes buy stops to off sell, right, to short, and smart money takes sell stops to buy, they're not taking sell stops here if we're bullish, right? So that must mean they're aggressively buying if they hold this FEG, because this is the candle that closed above this high right here, right? So this is order pairing right here. They're not pairing orders to sell, they're pairing orders to aggressively buy. So they're aggressively buying there. So that's why you see a quick move displacement from that area around the 1050 to 1110 macro, right? So I ended up TPing I ended up scaling out all in here. I was scaling in all through here, right? Scaling in all through here, and I was TPing at every time we ran out a relative equal highs, because you never know if price is gonna hold this high and it's gonna continue lower, because you can see like EU was being like dookie cheeks, you know what I'm saying, just straight dookie cheeks. Good thing I ain't enter EU, because I would have never probably hit my TPs or anything like that. It's a high resistance liquidity run, right? So I ended up entering here, scaling out here, scaling out at this PD array, and then scaled out the rest at this 2 standard deviations of Asia, right? So that was all I needed there. I was thinking about holding it to see how high I can go and keeping my stop right below the 50%, but it's just like it's already at a high enough premium. The macro's done with. I already got my move. It's 11:30. Call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this shit. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, sub to the motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you guys be safe trading. You feel me? Have a good day. Peace. I'm out.